In Azam City, you're watching One TV News Channel. One TV News Channel. Serving you with information, news, sports, and public affairs. One TV News Channel. One TV News Channel. Serving you with love. Ang telebisyong pangmasa. One TV News Channel. One TV News Channel. One TV special report.
Having 9 members present, the chair declares a quorum. Once again, good afternoon. Today we are going to delve on 3 issues. This committee of the whole, we're going to delve on 3 issues. The Subanen Indigenous Cultural Communities, or the ICCC, of Sami City, as the first party, and the Pre-Cocina Restaurant and Reserva Suites Project, the second party, the National Commission on Indigenous People as the third party. Now this afternoon, we are going to hear the concerns on this particular issue. Why didn't turn over the floor to the Honorable Majority Floor Leader for the proceedings.
So, Honorable Chair, good afternoon. Maayong hapon sa tanan. We are here to deliberate on this so-called Memorandum of Agreement o kasabutan. Anyata karon aron pag tuki ining kasabutan nga gihimo sa tulo ka parties, namely ang Subanen people, of course, represented by the leaders, by Linda Bation, who is around. Thank you, ma'am. And Gocom Demetrio Sumuan, Gocom Gunutan of Barangay Isin Aburdo. Thank you, ma'am, for coming. And also the party of Reserva Pre-Cocina Suites and Restaurant, located at Tipan, Isim Aburdo, Sami City, represented by Mrs. Hannah Isla Lemlem, Plamaan. Thank you, ma'am, for coming. And third, by National Commission on Indigenous People, NCIP, is more represented by RD, Mr. Budador S. Binaon Jr., I hope from the region. Thank you, ma'am, for coming. Commission Officer, Ma'am Silva. So, tukiyo ito rin muha, kung kining muha, na subay mas balaod, o kani-fair ba, equitable sa tanong parties, Subanen, sa applicant, sa Pre-Cocina, o sa government decision ang NCIP. Kita sa City Council pag tukin ini sa bayan sa MUA. And to start the ball rolling, we know that the council as member nga tanang meeting sa Subanen, sa Pre-Cocina o sa NCIP, naagid karon na sa meeting. No? The chairman of the Committee on Indigenous Affairs, Honorable Digisiso, we request that Honorable Sir will give us, introduce the salient points of this MUA para ating mabawaan kung sa mga punto nga importante ni MUA. And after that, members which owns body can ask questions or clarifications or can provide their inputs by ni MUA para atong may bawaan, kaya mo angay ba yun ipadayon, no? Kaya this is fair and equitable to all parties concerned. So, Honorable Sir, we'll start the rolling by giving the floor to Honorable Siso to introduce the salient points of this Memorandum of Agreement, Honorable Sir.
Thank you, Honorable Majority Floor Leader. At this point in time, we would like to acknowledge Honorable Dinky Suiso, the committee chair on the Indigenous People, to shed lights or to give some regarding this memorandum of agreement. Honorable Suizo, you have now the floor.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair and our Honorable Majority Floor Leader. Please allow me to discuss the salient provisions of the Memorandum of Agreement, a 9-page MOA entered into by the Sabanan Indigenous Cultural Communities, indigenous peoples, represented by their head, Bae Relinda Ibation of Zami City, IP Gunutan, and Gokong Demetrius Sumuan Gokong Gunutan of Barangay Stimson, Obordo, as the indigenous people political structure of the ancestral domain where the subject of the matter is located. Also, we have the second party entered into a part of the MOA is the Reserva Press Cocina Suites and Restaurant Project, represented by Ms. Hannah Esmeralda Galimliv, and the third party to the MOA is the National Commission Indigenous Peoples, NCIP, headed by its Regional Director, Mr. Fondador S. Bina Hun Jr., represented by the Provincial Director, Ma'am Emily Silva. Before I'm going to proceed, Madam Chair, please allow me to recognize the presence of our members of the Tabubong Labo, the IPS of Tabubong Labo, not only the chieftain tribal leaders of the 5 barangay ancestral domains are here, but also the members of the Tabubong Labo, wherein 11 chieftains and tribal leaders are here also together. Also with the, I would like also to commend the efforts of our legal officer, Attorney Francis Salita, who painstakingly and burning midnight candles just to finish the MOA with all the provisions to be included in the MOA, Madam Chair. If I may proceed, Madam Chair.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you very much. The 9-page MOA that I have been mentioned with the 3 parties included had a very important salient provisions. I will not going to mention all the articles as well as the aligning Roman numerals. I will directly proceed to the effectivity and duration, Madam Chair. That's Roman numeral number 3, the terms of agreement. That this MOA shall take effect upon its signing, which we hope that this will happen after we approve this MOA, after we will going to have to review today, and the operation of the Reserva Press Cocina Suites and Restaurant Project applied in Tipan, Stimson, Obordo, Osami City will commence on the day that the project will start after the issuance of the certificate of precondition. That certificate will be issued after this MOA will be subject for the will be approved in this chamber, then subject for the review of the regional legal officers of NCIP in Cagayan de Oro City. And for every 5 years after there will be a certificate of precondition, there will be a renegotiation and evaluation of economic benefits, provided that benefits already extended in the indigenous people shall not be subject to diminution. This is required in this provision for reasons that every 5 years, inflation, GDP growth, and any other capitals, including also the value of our currency will definitely go up. So it will be subject for renegotiation. The second important salient provision, Madam Chair, is duration of land rental. Be it known that the duration upon which Reserva Press Cocina Suites and Restaurant Project is allowed to rent. The term is rent the land in 20 years and renewable for another term, provided the second party, our second party here is Press Cocina, has not violated any provisions of this agreement. During also the deliberation, there is a English and Visayan translation on this matter. And I just like to emphasize the word the rent as well as the year, which is 20 years after. Another salient provision of this MOA, Madam Chair, is the payment. That's letter B of Roman numeral number 4. Thank you. Second party or Press Kusina, the payment of the rent as resolved and agreed during the IPS consensus and decision meeting. The second party, Press Kusina, shall pay rent to the first party the amount of 24,000 pesos as rent for the 5,000 square meters or 0.5 hectares. I'd like to emphasize on the 5,000 square meters because the original was more than the square meters. We take the advice of our CDRMO, Mr. Dondon Bangko, regarding on the hazard of the rest of the area. Should there be an introduced mitigating measures on that area which is subject for hazardous or any untoward that will affect the safety of the area, if they were going to introduce the mitigating, we will going to extend the area of their what do you call this, business, Madam Chair. So with this, the Press Kusina Reserva Suites and Restaurant located at Tipan, which shall be given annually. Ang ilang rental will be given annually every third Monday of December of every year until expiration of the lease agreement. Part of that is this will be given to the treasurer of the IPS, Tabubong Labo, as part of the rental every 3rd of December every year. Another salient provision is, other than the coordination and rituals, the respect to culture and sacred places. That's number 4 of Article 4, Roman numeral 4, letter B. The second party or the Press Kusina shall respect, abide, promote, and protect the culture, customs, and traditions of the first party, including the sanctity of their traditional landmarks and sacred places. Part also of this MOA, Madam Chair, is the conduct of the rituals that will be performed, commencing the activity and join in the necessary rituals required by the community at the expense of Press Kusina. Sanctions. Kung naagay violation to the culture committed, katong wala gi-perform ng rituals or wala gi-respect ang culture o tradition sa mga sagrado nga mga lugar sa NCIP or sa atong IPs, this resolved and agreed during the IP consensus and decision meeting that Press Kusina shall pay the amount of 50,000 pesos to the first party for the violation committed against or lack of respect to the culture, customs, traditions, and practices in the implementation of the project. Another salient provision is number 5, employment opportunities. Thank you very much. The second party or Press Kusina undertakes that 90% of its workforce shall be composed of members from the first party or the Subanon indigenous cultural communities or the indigenous peoples of the ancestral domains. Thus, except for those positions requiring a technical and scientific expertise like their bartender maybe or their chief cook, Press Kusina in hiring members from the NCIP, from the Subanon indigenous cultural communities shall coordinate with the Subanon chieftain in the territorial jurisdiction of Ozami City to confirm the membership of such in the Subanon indigenous cultural community prior to hiring. Meaning 90% should be Subanon ang magtrabaho sa Press Kusina. Another salient provision is number 6 of letter B, Roman numeral number 4. The second party or Pres Cocina shall ensure that no crops and other properties owned individually or communally by the first party shall be affected nor damaged consequent to the activity. If any case there is any, the amount of crops or properties affected or damage shall be determined by the owner depending on the extent of the damage and shall be subject for ocular inspection by the indigenous political structure or the IPS of Ozami City headed by Bae Relinda Bation together with the barangay officials for just compensation. Pabayron ang atong Pres Cocina kung naamang gani mga crops, mga tanong nga guba or nga damage, dapat ilahan ng ensure ang ilahang preservation. Another salient provision is number 7 of letter B, Roman numeral number 4, economic benefits. The second party or Pres Cocina shall give the amount of 1% of the overall gross and annual income or 20,000 pesos, whichever is higher. So it doesn't need to be 20 or it could go up as long as kung say dako mo to ang ihatag sa Pres Cocina representing the 1% sa first party, the IPS, the Subani Indigenous Cultural Communities, through the authorized treasurer of the indigenous political structure of ancestral domain, kining payments will be collected monthly. So, whichever is higher, this amount will be used and distributed only in pursuant to the formulated and approved Community Resources Management and Development Plan of the Subanan ICPS. So, 1% overall gross annual income will be given, whichever is higher. Pero dapat na ay Community Resource Management and Development Plan nga na-approve, na-implement unsaon tong 20,000 or higher for the ICPS or sa CADC. Another important provision is the no displacement, walay mapahawa. Bot pasabot, dili ang mga empleyado, kundi kung magamit sila sa property, walay mga subanon nga mapahawa sa area. The Pres Cocina shall ensure that no member of the first party shall be displaced from their ancestral domains by reason of the Reserva Pres Cocina. And number 9, the other excellent provision is no other activities and additional area. Other activities shall be undertaken by Pres Cocina except for the Reserva Pres Cocina located kung walay laing dili sila pwedeng sub-contract, kung wala nila ga-identify na sa ilahang project proposal or business proposal, kung sa mga activities nila din ha, kung naapil din ha ang ilahang mga glamping, mountain climbing, ilahang mga mountain trekking, dapat appeal silang business proposal. Kung wala na appeal, dapat dili na nila ipang-conduct or no other activities ang ilang i-conduct kung wala prior consent of the IPS ditong dapita. Another salient provision, Madam Chair, is Roman numeral number 5 on environmental conservation. The first party shall consider the affected ancestral domain in its environmental conservation efforts and shall give special attention to ICCs or IPs who are shifting cultivators or traditionally nomadic so as not to prejudice their rights. There will be environmental inspection to be conducted every 3 years by the IPS of Ozami City headed by Bae Relinda in close coordination with the NCIP and LGU. When we say environmental conservation, this should preserve and protect the ancestral domain in its natural environmental conservation form. If there be any other introduction of methods of environmental conservation, they should have it coordinated with the LGU, with the NCAP, as well as our chieftain of the IPS. Another special provision on other provision is the provision on dormant certificate precondition. When we say dormant, the provisions of the Section 30 of the NCIP AO 3 Series of 2012 shall apply in case the second party fails to conduct any activity within a year from approval or issuance of the certificate precondition. Since there is already an activity, and I think our press casino or second party is waiting for the certificate of precondition, I believe they will definitely proceed with the operation. And the 1 year bar rule is, I think, do not apply. Another salient provision is the modification. Kung usbon kining mga agreements or provision ani nga MOA, it should not be binding. Dili na siya effective unless all the parties hereto concur in writing. Unless there is a concurrence in writing, then modification takes effect. Redress and mechanism is one also of the salient provision. Kung naay mga problema, pangutana, naay mga yango-ngo, any party to this agreement who will fully violates or fails to comply with its duty shall be sued in accordance with the customary laws and practices of the first party, and sanctions may be imposed in accordance therewith, provided that the sanctions are not excessive, cruel, and degrading, and without prejudice to the exhaustion of customary remedies and the conciliation and mediation efforts by the NCIP. Appropriate agencies, tribunal, and courts of law apply. And settlement of interpretation, kung ganing conflict between the interpretation sa akong istorya in English, and then ay layo ra gyud kaayo sa Bisaya nga pagka-interpret or lahi gyud ang pagpasabot, ang text sa pagbinisaya, reconciliation, then interpretation shall be in favor sa Bisaya nga text. Kung naa ganing pag-interpret gikan sa English, then pag-interpret sa Bisaya, dili mao ang katong Bisaya ang masunod or ma-take effect, dili ang English. I think I already mentioned one of the salient provisions, Madam Chair, Honorable Majority Floor Leader. Should there any be other provisions that you need to be emphasized, because I think it's salient, then we are open to that. But before that, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair, and Honorable Majority Floor Leader, I'd just like to make a immediate briefing that we already had the step 1 to 10. Actually, this is the step 10 of the step 13. 13 being the last final stage before the certificate of precondition will be issued. After the thorough evaluation and review from the LGU with the special mention to our legal officer, we have already included all the necessary things to be included in the MOA. If we were going to have it approved today in our Committee of the Whole, this will be submitted to the Office of the Regional NCIP Legal Division also for the review. And after 15 days, they will going to return it. Then this will be subject for the issuance of the certificate of precondition, where our applicant can already operate as a restaurant. Madam Chair and Majority Leader, thank you very much and good afternoon.
Thank you. I noted your explanation, Honorable Chair of this committee.
Honorable Chair, thank you, Honorable Chair, for introducing the salient points of the MOA. Honorable Chair has introduced also the other, as in this public hearing. We might as well also acknowledge the others who are around, who spared their valuable time to come to this public hearing, Honorable Chair. May I ask the Secretary to acknowledge the other guests who are present around, sir.
Yes, Madam Chair, we would like to recognize the presence of our guests this afternoon. We have the presence of the Pre-Kusina management and staff, headed by General Manager Hana Gulimlim, palihog tindog for your recognition. Hasta ang atong mga staff, ma'am. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Likewise, Madam Chair, we have the presence of Punong Barangay Minyana Perez, Barangay Ginguna, Punong Barangay Romil Aldo Hisapo, Gala, we have Attorney Francis Solita, Legal Officer. We have Mr. Miller Villa, Assistant Protective Area Superintendent, Department of Environment and Natural Resources. We have Attorney Buin Cassandra Libertario, City Legal Officer. Mrs. Jema Regidor, representing the Office of the City Assessor. Mrs. Melanie Cipres, City Planning Development Officer. Engineer Titis Teresa Borge, Suimo. Engineer Mary More Alianic, City Engineer. Mrs. Relinda E. Bation, City Chieftain. Mrs. Emily T. Silva, Provincial Officer, National Commission on Indigenous Peoples, Misamis Occidental. The last but not the least, Ms. Rutisa Grace Wano, City Administrator.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Officer, may I start the ball rolling with inquiries? May we give the floor also to Attorney Francis Solita? May have other topics to introduce, no, Mr.
Okay, go ahead, Attorney.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Honorable Dinky Suiso, for the recognition. Before we begin, Mr. Majority Floor Leader and Madam Chair, I would like to insert some corrections that were not present in this document that you now hold. Going back, Mr. Chair, Roman numeral 3, duration of land rental. It was earlier discussed that instead of the 20-year, the duration of land rental will now reflect 25 years. An increase of 5 years from the earlier proposed MOA that was presented to the NCIP and the indigenous people. Second, Mr. Chair, on Roman numeral number, on letter B, second party, 7, economic benefits. It was agreed upon during our discussion last October that the second party shall give the amount of 1% of the overall gross income or 20,000 pesos, whichever is higher. But the payment of this, Mr. Chair, shall not be made monthly but annually. Annually po. And then another change that is ought to be made, if I may ask, is Ma'am Emily, Ma'am M? Hi, Ma'am. Regarding the Visayan translation, we would like for it to be corrected under non-transferability of consent. Na instead of it reflecting IMT Agri-Ventures, it is made to reflect Press Cocina and Reserva Suites. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Majority Floor Leader, thank you.
Thank you, Attorney Francis, for making the clarifications on the modifications of the MOA. And may I start with the ball rolling, Officer, with some inquiries? I have only about 4 points to inquire in this MOA. I will no longer touch on the economic provisions, knowing that it's the product of negotiation, bargaining. So di ako mo touch on akin, bargaining na, negotiation na. I will only touch on the other aspects. One of my point is technical and the other 3 points are substantial, Officer. First, technical, ang more represental sa Picosina, there is atumuha si Mrs. Hana Isminadak Kulinlim of Laman of San City through the corporate board resolution. Mo iingon. Apa na nga, kung pakabot sa katapusan, sa dokumento, ang pirma, si Real Bana, President. So, this might be an oversight atong panses nga ang pirma sa dokumento sa katapusan, si Real Bana, President sa atumuha, sa atubangan, ang representative sa Puksina, si Misa Hana Kulimlim, per board resolution. Kung sa muha katapusan, si Real ba, sila mo pirma, this might only be a typographical error. Okay?